10,000 devotees bathing in your waters. They always chant their holy names and will last 10,000 years. In the beginning of Kali Yuga, it will come. Yeah, the beginning, because we are now in the beginning of Kali Yuga. So, and we know this is the Mahaprabhu's age, Chaitanya age. It started 500 years ago, but it's only 500 years ago. So it takes time to develop. So it's still this struggle between Kali and this energy of the golden age, so to say. Yeah. But it will come in high point of this golden age. Well, it be Eka Varna, it says. Eka Varna, only one Varna. Only Vaishnava. Only devotee. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he also envisioned such an age, where people of the world overcoming their national boundaries, but not because of some atheistic, materialistic, and humanistic philosophy overcoming nationality. No, because of spirituality. This is the real unity of mankind. Not a material, there can be never a material unity of mankind. Never. Because the material identity separates us forever. There can only be a unity on the spiritual platform. As Prabhupada said, they founded a UN, United Nations, after the Second World War. Why? It was actually called League of Nations. It wasn't called UN, it was called League of Nations. To unite the nations, a league of the nations, that we will never have a war again. And there we will always meet and we will discuss the things. That there will be never a war. Second World War, it was so terrible. We don't want this ever again. But after, actually we haven't had such big wars, but we had many wars. So many wars. And Prabhupada says they add only one flag after the other in front of their building, flapping in the wind. Hasn't brought anything. Because they try for unity on the material platform. We need the unity on the spiritual platform. And this is the League of Devotees. Right? Prabhupada said League of Devotees. Prabhupada, the forerunner of ISKCON, was called League of Devotees. Prabhupada founded it. But later on in America it was the ISKCON. But this is the league, we are the League of Devotees. The Vishwa Raj Sabya. What is it called? Vishwa Raj Sabya. This was Jiva Goswami's ISKCON. They called it the... And also Bhaktisiddhanta had something similar. But it was already in the... Jiva Goswami founded a League of Devotees. They called the Sabha means like the... what's it called? Versammlung. Assembly. Yeah, assembly. The assembly of the divine... Not divine, was it? Raj means like the kingly, how to say, monarchy, of universal devotee assembly, something like this. Now we call ourselves ISKCON. I stands for international. But Jiva Goswami said Vishwa. Vishwa means actually universal. You want to unite the words of the whole universe, right? Vishwa. But it means the unity of devotees. Yeah, working for the same goal. And in that regard, okay, I should end now. I shouldn't keep on speaking what I had in mind, but we shouldn't be divided. Devotees shouldn't be divided. Our strength comes from our unity. And the opposite is then the logic. Yeah. Our weakness comes from our disunity. Yeah. And we shouldn't be sidetracked by so many material issues like nowadays. Yes, it's very difficult. Very difficult. So I was hearing recently a lecture by one Swami, and he said then in the end also that the strength comes from our unity. And what is unity? When we are focusing on Prabhupada's teachings. Only this can unite us actually. This can unite us if you're focused on Prabhupada's teaching, Prabhupada's instructions, Prabhupada's books. Yeah. So this is the conclusion. Yeah, this strength, our strength, individual strength and collective strength comes from our focus on Prabhupada's mission, teachings, on Prabhupada. He embodies our whole tradition. Yeah. So we have to follow him in philosophy and in life and precept. Right? Life and precept. In lifestyle, in our cultivation, our culture, and in our philosophy, in our thinking. Hare Krishna. Okay, thank you for your attention. Yes?
Why is the Kali Yuga get so bad after the Golden Age when there are only devotees?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you. We can understand that the phase where there are only devotees, Eka Varna, this is like the high point. So it builds up to a certain high point, and then it also goes down, and it's like a natural, progression again into the Kali Yuga. Like now there's a natural progress. It's not like suddenly, whoop, everyone is devotee. It takes a long time, thousands of years. So at this age, lasts 10,000 years. It's a long time. And we are only 500 years in. So it's a development to this high point, probably after 5,000 years, something like that. Who knows when exactly. And then again, it fades out. Fades in, fades out. Yeah, the reason is the natural dynamics of the material world. That is how it works. Yeah, I don't know who. Sanjay?
Can I ask a different question?
Yes.
You spoke about the difficulty of anartha nivritti and that devotees tend to leave because they are struggling with their anarthas. And I heard one, and they struggle with regulative principles. That's basically what it means, that you leave the process. So, and I heard one senior.
Even versus philosophical deviation than breaking the regulative principles, actually. Prabhupada was, in one sense, quite lenient with breaking the principles. It sounds a little bit shocking, but when a devotee had a problem and came to Prabhupada, Prabhupada was very forgiving and said, just continue. But very difficult is also philosophical deviation, actually more difficult. Because if you philosophically deviate, you will stop being engaged in devotional service and there's no chance. So, yeah, I just want to add that, yeah. Okay.
So there was one spiritual master and senior devotee said that regulative principles are very easy to follow for one who has satisfied his spiritual master. And I guess it also relates to the devotees in general who surround us. So maybe you can speak a little about this, how to please the devotees, how to make sure that one will satisfy the devotees.
Yeah, of course, much can be said about that. But the satisfaction of the spiritual master is an indicator for your being rightly engaged in devotional service, right? So, and when you are doing that, you're satisfied. Every one of us knows if we chant good rounds, if we study nicely, if we engage in devotional service with absorption, with sincerity, we become happy. If someone cannot confirm that, then you should really work on your spiritual life. Natural. When you do everything right, as good as you can, you are happy. Right? And then the spiritual master is happy. Oh, you are doing nicely in devotional service. So, another way around also, if the guru is happy, it means that you did something right, either directly for him or in the mission for Prabhupada, and then he's pleased. Yes. And one step further, of course, is to try to serve the devotees. Have a very humble and friendly relationship with all devotees, right? To help them in all kinds of ways. Be there for them. Have connection with devotees. Friendship is very important. You know, we should not live isolated in the community of devotees. We should have relationships which can help us, which nourish us, but can help us also in difficult times. If we don't have relationship and friendship with devotees, yeah, we can go and do something else. But when you know, because I cannot leave because he or she is there. Actually, I like them. I would miss them. Even on these emotional grounds, it's good to be in the association of devotees. Yeah. Obligation, very important. Obligation. I cannot go, I cannot leave, I cannot do anything else. I have an obligation towards devotees, to the spiritual master and all that. Yeah, we should be very But for this, asat sangatyaga. Asat sangatyaga means we have to give up non-devotee association. If we have one foot in the devotee association, one foot in non-devotee association, sometimes it's very difficult. Very difficult. Because non-devotee association is very influential. As is devotee association, as is any association. Yeah, non-devotee association is very contaminating. And it is not only physical, it's also if we are through the media, always listen what they say, hear them, see them, this, that. It's very bad. Especially if we hear what they say. And this is why media is so important. This is why this stupid government takes so much of your money even you don't watch TV. They want to have the power over the media because this is very powerful. Why are all the people so brainwashed by this situation right now? Why? Because they are hearing it all the time. And yes, it's like this. And now they even hate those who say it's otherwise. How dare you think different? We have to think like this. That's why, and they see that their power is waning because people are not that stupid at times anymore. And this is to take your money. I take your money that I can brainwash you. And here's the TV. I don't want to watch it. Yeah. So that means it's very influential. Association is very influential. So we should not hear their stupid talk. Because when we read Prabhupada's books, and when we are a little bit thinking, we can see through all that nonsense anyway. And it's very easy to see this is nonsense. But if we hear their convincing arguments all day long, okay, then we think like that because we are weak. Stop watching TV for 1 month, read only Prabhupada's books, and you understand what's going on. Very easy. Okay. Björn? Okay, Hare Krishna. Good, thank you so much for your kind attention. Yes? There was a question? No, he had already. Hat schon vorher ganz am Anfang was gefragt. Oder? Thomas?
Because we were talking about the flag of Kali, which is with the owl.
Yeah.
It's the oil,
Yeah.
So there's also one detail where I remember that actually the Illuminati, they have not a sign of the pyramid, but the owl. I just want to
Confirm it. Yeah, this is...
People, they have no idea, they always think it's a pyramid, and this is all nonsense, it's all deviation or something, distraction, actually it's the owl. Yeah, of all their whatever. But so we should have our symbols. Yeah, we have Narasimhadev, we have Hare Krishna mantra, we have our slogans, our books, we have our culture, we have our sign, Tilak, things like this. And yeah, we should try to have our influence in this time and in this age, yeah, and it will change. Yeah. Prabhupada was so bold, right? Prabhupada was so daring. It's amazing, yeah. And he was fearless. Abhayam. He was so fearless. Yeah. Kila Prabhu?
You talked about, and we see that so many devotees come to the temple and try, and then they give up again. We are conditioned souls. We make mistakes, and maybe we lose the taste for devotional service again, because of this. But what can we do to help the individuals?
Yeah.
To help the persons who come to the temple?
Yeah, this is very, very important. Of course, it takes two. Yeah, definitely. We should try our best. We should see the new devotees as valuable as gold. And most important, we should always help them, serve them, encourage them, try everything that they can make progress and come to Krishna. Yeah, and then they will be very happy and will not leave. Yeah, and for their own good. Yeah, definitely, you're right. We should create an atmosphere of Krishna consciousness. And should create an atmosphere of Krishna consciousness with happy, kind, loving devotees, and then everyone who comes here will feel very nicely situated. Yeah, this is our challenge. But I think we are doing quite good. Of course, lots of fields, areas of improvement are there, definitely, and we should check that and see that. But in general, we're trying to have an open atmosphere where everyone can feel comfortable practicing Krishna consciousness.
Prabhupada said when a devotee leaves, it's 50% his fault and 50% the manager's fault.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. Definitely. Yeah. Okay, Marjan?
Yeah, I wanted to say, he was asking why this Kali Yuga, this golden age in Kali Yuga is taking place. And you told him this was the way it functions. And it is like, always when Krishna comes into the material world, he changes everything. So the planets are changing their position, and also the yugas changing their position.
Yeah.
And so there's also small golden age in the Kali Yuga.
Yeah.
Because of Krishna, who was coming here once in a day of Brahma.
Yeah. Yeah. When Krishna comes, always then Mahaprabhu comes. When Mahaprabhu comes, yes, his influence is there. Yeah. Hmm?
So, as you said, like at the end of Kali Yuga, Kalki comes and destroys Kali, and Satya Yuga comes. So, in the Satya Yuga, like as the devotion service is like increasing in 10,000 years and it will be decreasing, so it will be like so much, what to say, violence and everything. And at the end of Kalki, at the end of Kali, Kalki destroys Kali and Satya Yuga comes. But what happens in the Satya Yuga? Like there will be devotion, or it will be like back like before Satya Yuga?
No, it's actually...
Krishna coming again, Mahabharata again.
Yeah, it's a cycle. It's always a cycle, right? We know it's a cycle. No? And it starts with the Satya Yuga, which lasts for 1.8 million years approximately. And the good qualities which are there, because they are all good qualities are there. Actually, in the beginning of Satya Yuga, everyone is said is Hamsa. Hamsa means everyone is like a Paramaham, a swan, a spiritual enlightened person. And there's no Varnashram Dharma system. Because everyone is like a yogi. There's no need for that. But then in time, when the Satya Yuga progresses, also these good qualities, they decrease. Yeah, and then also there's need for Varnashram Dharma system. Still in Satya Yuga, it will come then, it will develop, but in a very sattvic, very nice way. But all the good qualities, they go down. And this was also my answer to his question. This is the nature of material world, is deterioration. Everything deteriorates. And it will get re-established by Krishna at the end of Kali Yuga. Everything will be, again, like ideal. But then slowly it goes down. So the progression also these yugas until the complete chaos by the end of Kali Yuga, and then everything will be again put nicely to the ideal, and this cycle turns forever.
But so the people at the end of Kali Yuga, as they go in the Satya Yuga,
there will not be any Kali Yuga people going to Satya Yuga. They will be all destroyed.
new souls.
Yes.
New souls, but Satya Yuga is like the yogi people and they are already liberated. So
Yes. There will come a new population. New population of people who are qualified for this age, who will be necessary for this age. But Kalki destroys all these demons. Kila, bro?
One side of it, that a few devotees are left there hiding somewhere.
Yeah. Like Ashwatam and others.
Ashwatam and devotees.
Yeah, and there might be also some devotees, yeah. Yeah.
They start a new population.
No, that I don't know. I only know that there's some, they are Chiranjivas, they're called the Chiranjivas, they are like eternally living, and Ashwatam is one of them. And they go then to the next cycle and play a major role, and there are different personalities who have then take on different roles. But I don't know that only those devotees who survive, hide, they come out in Satya Yuga. Maybe something like that, maybe a combination of them, but I cannot tell you in detail. I don't know. Sumarjan?
I read it somewhere that some yogis are meditating in the Himalayas
Yeah.
and hiding, and they will
Reintroduce the Satya Yuga.
and they will give birth to the new population.
Yeah, okay.
So I read it somewhere, I don't know where.
Yeah, but it's not these Kali Yuga people who are Yeah, they will be killed in this big battle in Kalki.
What you read, that is Bhagavatam Canto 9.
Mm-hmm.
There's a description of personality, I think Ramachandra's dynasty,
Mm-hmm.
maybe also Yadu dynasty, I don't remember that. But Ramachandra's dynasty, some person, minimum one, will stay and he will take responsibility to
In the next Satya Yuga.
create new
No, okay.
constellations.
Good. There we have it. Let's see the part of the Bhagavatam. Okay, so in that sense, I want to end with it's all good, right? But Simha Krishna too is good, and there's no need to fear. There's no need to doubt. We should nicely engage in devotional service. Krishna put us in such a nice situation here. We can practice devotional service nicely and make progress, and we shouldn't be too much distracted by all material situations and all that. We should actually not be distracted. Yeah, we have something way better to do than become in panic mode or whatever, you know. We should be very happy and enthusiastic and share this consciousness with the people, and this will change the world. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.
done.